That's fine. That's good.
Hey folks, it's Captain Liam here, Motor Yacht Unbridled, and just checking all the systems. It says live, it says watching live, it says Instagram live. I appreciate it. I appreciate your patience. I'm just learning the system. And another person who's learning the social media marketing system is Alex Risi.
Hello, guys.
Friend from Associated Yacht Services. Once again, my name is Captain Liam, Motor Yacht Unbridled. I see a lot of people with Alex just kind of signing in and waving, and that's what happens on the Instagram.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, hello guys.
Yachty ES and Mario and different people. And then some questions will pop up here, Alex.
Okay.
But firstly, just to introduce yourself, if that's all right. We've known each other 15 years?
15 plus years, yeah.
Plus years? Yeah, you don't age though. I age.
No, we do.
I
we
get
do.
bigger and more red than I used to. You look nicer and
oh, well, thank you very much for that. Yeah. I've been in the business for almost 40 years in this company. Yeah, and handling yachts since the beginning. When we go back, we used to have like one boat going through the canal, maybe two, and receiving messages by fax.
Okay.
So that goes back many years. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's the way it is now.
So we're in Panama. This is the ship's office. It's a beautiful office.
This is our office in the Pacific.
Trophies here behind us.
Yeah.
Some good information, and that's the lock. Is that the
Miraflores locks. Yeah, that's Miraflores locks. That's nice. This is our office in the Pacific side. And we have an office as well in the Atlantic side, as you know. Yeah. And we keep running the offices 24 hours.
Wow.
All year long. So we have
Colon
in Colon or Cristobal. That's where Shelter Bay is.
Yeah.
That's in the Atlantic side, and this office where we are right now, it's in Panama City side, which is we're really close to Flamenco Marina and the locks as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is where we are.
We've had a lot of questions come in on Instagram and different things, but one of the first ones I want to talk about is the locks itself. What's the process that yachts go through, big or small? We don't have to talk about costing, but from an agent, when I reach out to you, and I think I was in Puerto Rico and St. Thomas.
Yes.
So Alex, we're coming through. Just talk us quickly through the process of any yacht that contacts you and says we want to go through the canal.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as you said, you are the one that makes the first contact to us by email usually, or WhatsApp. Now these days we have to call it WhatsApp as well. We don't use fax anymore.
Exactly,
well, we have the machine though, but anyway. And you basically tell me, Alex, we're coming your way.
Yep.
We want to be there in April, May. This is what we need. We need to go through the canal as soon as possible, or we need to do repairs. We need a marina arrangement, transit. If the owners are going to be on board, if you want to transit in the morning, if you want to do a stop before the canal, maybe you want to go to the San Blas Islands. If you come from the Atlantic, Bocas. Mainly, most of the owners and guests, they would like to go through the canal.
Okay.
So that's one of the main attractions. But
I always thought it was Bocas or San Blas.
Yeah.
So a lot of owners and guests, they're interested in the canal itself because of the history.
The history, but we're trying to make that change because the Panama is not only the canal, as you said it. It has a lot more stuff. We have Bocas del Toro, which is a great place to be.
Yeah.
It has a nice marina over there.
And the whole region.
Yeah, whole region.
There's diving, there's the dolphins up there.
There's dolphins. They really have nice spots. Then we have the San Blas Islands. That is a great place to stop for several days.
And that's all accessible. The San Blas, on any size yacht you can go in. I think you just can't jet ski and you can't spearfish.
Yeah, San Blas has a lot of restrictions. Yeah, you cannot do scuba diving.
That's right, yeah.
And you cannot do jet skiing, but for the rest, it's fine. It's perfect.
So then what's the best diving then? I think one of the questions a lot of the people are asking is, what's the best diving in Panama?
Well, that will have to be honest, I mean, diving, Coiba and Bocas del Toro has good diving as well as San Blas. But remember, Coiba is on the Pacific side. It's a protected island. Coiba.
Yeah, Coiba.
Yeah. On your way to Costa Rica, if you stop there, and then Hannibal Bank, that's correct. Icaron, right?
Is that good diving? Are you allowed to dive there?
Yeah, that's good diving too.
So that's another archipelago. So we talked about the canal. We talked about going through it. You need permits.
Yeah, we have to go. We do all the permits, and then we arrange for the canal transit, depending on what you're looking for on a specific day. If you want to go in the morning, if you want to go in the evening, we'll just have to work it out the way you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you say 5 to 7 days, like a lot of people hear stories in America, like the canal's closed or running out of water.
No.
And I'm like, I've done the canal 13 times in my career.
Yeah.
Each time I've had a 5 to 7 days, and if not, it's the opposite. I say, Alex, can we stay here another week? We've got repairs to do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what I think people miss in Panama is the service you have here are world class.
Yeah, it is. It is. We have the airports, the connections around the world, the banking, the city. We have a lot of stuff that can be done. And yes, what happened is that last year, as you know, we had the El Nino.
Yeah.
And the canal made some changes in the structure, how to schedule ships, boats, how many lockages they were able to do with less water. So that made some changes in how they're going to be scheduling the transits. And what happened is that if you come and you're not booked to go on a specific day as you are now, you have to wait. Now the delays are not that bad. They've been in the ranges from 2 to 5 days. That range, that's fine. If you pay a little bit more for the booking fee, then you have to pay an additional charge, and that will guarantee you that you will go on a specific day that you booked for.
Really? And is it double the normal rate? Like, just for example, my yacht and bridal, 191, we're on charter, we're off to Costa Rica. Ours about 30 more or less. But if we wanted to confirm a slot with guests, it'd be about double it?
Let's put it like, if not booked, less than 30, you're throwing a tender, so that adds a little bit. Let's say 30, a little bit less than 30. Booking it would be like 45, 42, 45.
Oh, not too bad.
45 if with a booking, and then if you want to go through the daylight, you have to add $30,000 more.
Okay.
So there you're looking at $70,000+.
But it's all possible.
It's all possible.
It's
yeah,
all
correct.
possible.
We need to make arrangements in time. We need to book ahead.
Yeah.
We need to see the slots availability ahead.
Yeah.
As you normally do. You call me 3, 4, 5 months before and say, Alex, this is what I need to do. And I start giving you all the details.
Exactly. If you want to see it live tomorrow, we're actually going through. There's webcams on the locks.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link on the different social media things.
Right.
Well, I'll probably have someone else send you the links because I haven't figured that out yet.
Yes,
but
of course, yes.
We can see it live. We're going to go through, then we're going to stay a day or two in Tobago
Island, correct.
And then we're going to clear out, and then we're off to Costa Rica. So it's in terms of cruising grounds in Panama. Well, first, how many yachts? I've got a question here. How many yachts come through the canal? Do you see in a year? Is there a certain season?
The season is right now.
Okay.
It starts more or less in December and it goes all the way to April, May. But in the last few years, it's been like all year long.
Really?
We keep receiving boats June, July, August. Not as many as now.
Yeah.
But we're still getting a lot of boats coming this way.
And over the years, have you seen an increase?
Oh, yes. It's
like 10% a year, or?
It's probably that or more. I mean, last year was not so bad. And this year there's a lot of boats coming this year.
Okay. And when they come through the canal, first we'll talk about, someone asked, what are the cruising areas here? We've got a good question. What are the cruising areas in Panama? We talked about Bocas del Toro, the Caribbean or Atlantic, Northwest. Then we've got San Blas. Then when you come through the canal, I mean, my favorite's Tropic Star.
Oh yeah, Tropic Star on the
200 miles due south of the Panama Canal. Do not stop. Just keep going, and you get the best fishing of your life.
You did it a few times, right?
I've done it twice now, and I'm going to have a hard time when I come through the canal not going south.
Yeah.
You know,
You're close.
The exciting with the Panama Canal, once you come to the Atlantic, it's a new world.
It is.
Oh, sorry, once you come to the
Pacific,
it's a different world. You've got seagulls, and you've got pelicans flying, you've got fish jumping, you've got the tunas, you've got the marlins, the sailfish. It's a lively ocean. So what cruising grounds do you recommend on the Pacific side? Because that's where we're going.
Well, definitely Tropic Star. It's a must stop for sure. And the Hannibal area and the area in Las Perlas is also nice for fishing.
Archipelago Las Perlas.
Archipelago Las Perlas is only 40 miles away from here.
It's 10 islands, or how many islands?
It's at 30 35 islands.
35?
I think it's 35 plus islands, right? Yeah.
Wow, and that's the key of local knowledge here, folks. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to the archipelago for 4 or 5 times, and I think it's stunning. You should go towards the south side of it,
You
where
should.
there's a little bit better beaches, a little bit better diving. But the north, great resorts, great shoreside facilities. So Tropic Spa, Las Perlas. What else? You mentioned.
Well, Coiba is nice for diving.
Yeah.
We can do some fishing there too, and fishing can be nice in the Coiba area, Hannibal Bank area. It's also good. And if you have gone through the canal and then on the Pacific side, you can keep on going, for example, to Costa Rica, and we can still do Coiba, Hannibal Bank, and then stop in Boca Chica. We do the checkout, and then towards Costa Rica. Costa Rica. That's easy. That's a lot of boats do that.
All right.
And
So then the next question I've got is Panama City itself. You know, I had 3 people that flew in today for the Yacht Unbridled, and none of them have been to Panama City. A lot of people come and go through Panama City. What's the highlights for you of Panama City? Because I think it's awesome. I love the canal. I went down to the Amador, went to Flamenco Marina today, went to the Old Town, world class.
Old Town is world class restaurants, hotels. I mean, it's a place that all the crew like to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fun. You have restaurants, bars. The Panama City has a lot of nightlife.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the locks on this side. We have a lot of museums. The Bio Museum, I don't know if you saw it going
open
to.
again?
It's open again. Yeah, it's open or walking.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's right on the canal.
That's right there by the canal. Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to Flamenco.
And what about, so you've got the downtown, but for guests as well? Like if you had what's your perfect 7-day itinerary with your wealth of knowledge here, including a canal transit, fly into Panama City, take them to Colon or...
Well, let's do that. Let's say if you want to come straight to Bocas, maybe we can take the guests by charter airplane to Bocas del Toro.
From PTY, from
Panama City Airport, or maybe arrive San Blas. We check you in San Blas, and we can also fly the guests by private charter flights to San Blas. Spend 3-4 days in San Blas. From the international airport, downtown. We take local charters to San Blas, the airstrips there. Probably do 3-4 days in San Blas. If you can probably do the same in Bocas del Toro, 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Then spend 1 day doing the Panama Canal transit.
1 day, yeah.
1 day. I mean, you can arrive and basically, if you go in the morning, you will start like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Or if you start in the afternoon, like you are going tomorrow, you're going to start around 2 in the afternoon. And then...
So we'll be boarded at 10 in the morning, everything checked out. 2 in the afternoon, we get the call to up anchor, go through the locks.
That's correct. And then you clear the Pacific if you go at night, around just before midnight. If you go in the morning, you clear the Pacific around 1700 hours.
Okay.
And then...
So it's like a 10-hour transit.
It's about 10 hours transit between, yeah, more or less. By the time you reach the first lock and you depart the last lock. And then...
It is tiring for the crew though, believe it or not. Everyone gets excited. I've done it 13 times now in my career, in different ways obviously. But each time I come out of that canal, I have big visions of continuing on, and I end up just dropping the anchor, and I'm like, all right, well done, crew.
You have to stop and rest a little bit because you have the line handlers of the canal.
Yeah.
The crew have to be, in the lookout. Then you have the Panama Canal pilot on board. You have to be, with him all the time. So it's very tiring.
So talk us about the logistics here. So we've got some questions coming in. What's the maximum capacity of the Panama Canal?
Now, right now, they're taking about 34 transits per day.
Okay. 34 transits per day in each?
Both ways. Both ways, right. Yeah, okay. Correct. So, and that's called luggages. Luggages that, they do 34 luggages per each day. Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
It used to be 36, but right now we're up to 34. We hope that can increase a little.
System. And
it's a lock system.
Lock, how long are they? Sorry.
They have the canal is 80 the locks are 1,010 feet wide by 1,000 feet long.
1,000 feet long.
By 110 feet
wide. Okay, 1,000 feet long by 110.
And the first lock, if you come from the Atlantic, is Gatun locks.
Gatun.
And you have 3 steps down in Gatun.
Coming from the Atlantic.
Coming from the Atlantic.
Okay, 3 steps down.
So then you go through
in the lake,
Gamboa.
Gamboa.
Paraíso, and then you reach the second lock, which is the smallest one. It's Pedro Miguel locks. It's only one step.
That's my favorite.
And then it's okay. And then you go through Miraflores Lake, and right there you have the last lock, which is Miraflores.
Yeah.
It has 2 more steps, and then you reach the Pacific side.
So that's 7 in total.
6.
6. Okay.
3, 1, and 2.
3, 1, and 2, 6.
Right.
And then you're saying it's 3 down, and then it's 3 down.
And 3 down, correct. Or you go 3 up and 3 up, correct.
Right. 3 up. Oh, yeah, okay. North or south.
It's north or southbound.
Okay.
Yeah, we call it northbound or southbound. You guys call it westbound or eastbound.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
That's the confusion of it
That's the
all. But the
confusion.
reality is the Atlantic is higher than the Pacific.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
And how far? I know Pedro Miguel is like 27 meters.
The canal is 80 you're looking at 80 kilometers.
80 kilometers long?
Yeah.
And then from sea level low in the Atlantic to sea level?
It's about 75, 72 feet difference.
Difference.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's quite phenomenal, isn't it?
It is. It is very.
And man-made, I saw Miraflores was 1913, I think I
We
saw.
started in 1914,
Okay.
September 1914. It's been already more than 100 years.
100 years.
And the new canal started back in 2016.
And that's the Panamax canal.
That's the Neo-Panamax locks for the Neo ships.
Okay.
And yachts do not use that one.
No.
That canal has no locomotives, and it has no actual line handlers to go on board as in the old canal. The old canal has they use docks.
Yeah.
We use locomotives.
Yeah.
So all yachts, no matter the size, they use the old canal.
Okay, so logistically, we basically go into the canal, we've got 4 locomotives, we've got line handlers on each side of the bow. They throw the line across, connect it to the locomotive, which is like a Mitsubishi engine.
That's a Mitsubishi engine. And what happens is that the line handlers, it's about 11 line handlers, they split,
Yeah.
they go forward and aft, and they take the cable of the locomotive and they use your mooring line
Yep.
to go through the eye of the cable of the locomotive, and then your mooring lines are the ones that come on board.
On board.
Because the cables will not touch the boat.
Yeah.
This is a system what the canal calls the soft line.
The soft line.
Right. On the ships,
Because they're like a 3/4 inch
Yeah.
cables.
yeah, the cables, they actually go into the commercial ship,
Yeah.
but the cables do not touch the yachts.
Oh, okay. And where do
They-
they attach them on commercial ships straight on the bottom?
They just go through the chocks and go straight to the bits. It's all metal,
Yeah.
so it's all rusted anyway, so they just pull,
Okay.
and that's it.
So 10 hours, 1,000 feet long, 160 feet a beam.
110 by 1,000.
1,000.
Right, yeah.
I've got a question here about yachts or boats I saw. So people are saying, is it yachts or boats going through? But every size is going through.
We
I
have
see little tugboats going through.
we have this is the time of the year, like in January, that we start the small sailing boats, 35
Yeah.
40 footers, like Arc
Yeah.
comes every year with 30 plus boats. Oyster
Oh, that's
comes
right, yeah.
every 2 years, but we have boats from any size, 35 40 foot sailing boats. They all go through the canal,
Yep.
same as yachts. I mean, it's
And all different price range.
it's a different price range and different systems. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
We've got some feedback here from Nevi Eagle saying he or she is loving Zara and Marshall's content on board. We've got 2 people who have just come on board. So social media is a big part of the yachting industry now.
It is.
You and I think generationally, we're a bit different.
Different, yeah.
We're not into it. So I do these captain's chats each week, 15 minutes answering questions. This is about what I can understand in social media, and then we try and edit it. But if you've got any questions, just keep it coming. We'll finish up here soon, Alex, but have you got anything else that you want to say about Panama? It's Associated Yacht Services you work with.
Yes, Associated Yacht
AYS.
Services, AYS. We've been in the business for more than 100 years. The company goes back even when there was no canal,
Wow.
where it was the train. And we are a company that we came up from the merge of 2 captains, one that was located in the Pacific side and the other one in the Atlantic side. So we go back many, many, many moons ago. The company has the 2 offices, one on each side, and we can look boats anywhere in Panama. We have the facility to look after you.
You do commercial, you do
We do
yachts.
commercials, we do yachts. I look after the yachting business and the yachting division. So
all different size yachts, sailboats, all the way up.
we do from small ones to you name it.
Yeah.
No limit on the size.
Right. And what's the challenges you face? I mean, yachts are a sensitive breed. We sometimes think we're a bit special.
It's funny because coming.
Respect to any yacht.
I know.
People can't be on board with shoes and.
Yeah, you have to take your shoes.
But the line handlers need the shoes for safety, so they have to have booties. And,
Correct. You use line handlers. Remember, on the Cari Alley was less than 125 feet long.
Yes.
So no, you were bigger. Boats less than
I was less. That was the one.
That was less. Okay, boats that are less of 125 feet in length, they do not use line handlers of the canal.
Wow.
And they do not use locomotives. They're the smaller boats that transit without the locomotives and without the line handlers of the canal. You have to do it with your captain plus at least 4 people.
Okay.
So any boat that is over 125 feet in length has to use line handlers and uses locomotives.
Okay.
Correct.
And the other big one to realise, everyone out there, is the preparation for the canal. Like, it's not just show up and go through.
No.
We talked about, they come on board and they ask you questions, how much fuel, is all critical equipment working?
Yes.
And that was a big thing. Alex texted me last week. Is that if it doesn't work, there is penalties in place.
Correct.
Because the canal cannot afford delays.
Correct.
That's another big one. Both anchors working, test all your equipment. But the team at Shelter Bay have been awesome. We've been there a month. The team in Flamenco in all my years have been awesome.
Yes.
I think Panama has all the facilities a yacht will ever need. Unbridled just completed our annual LSA, life-saving appliances and firefighting equipment. We repainted our floorboards in the engine room, powder coated, generators service, tenders service, and without much noise. You and I didn't communicate much, did we?
Not really. Not
I
really.
think that's the sign.
That's a sign that everything is working.
It's working.
It's working.
Things happen. I get the call from the crew, and you get the call from the supplier saying there's conflict. So.
You have your rental car, you have your spares, you have your provisions, you have everything that you need, and
good culture.
And you save a lot of money.
Yeah. It's about a third the price. I shouldn't tell you now. I've paid my bill, haven't I? So it's about a third the price of Port Lauderdale. LSA and FV, a half to a third.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Anyone coming through the canal, put it in. I think it was Servitec.
Servitec, they do a lot of it. Servitec.
Phenomenal. Life rafts back in 5 days.
Yeah.
Port Lauderdale, 30 days minimum. The other one I wanted to show you is we had the Super Yacht Services
right here.
guide. You got another one?
Right here.
I just realised we've got a good friend in Caroline. But this is the go-to Bible in yachting for me. Over the years, I've always kept it on the bridge. And I saw a whole lot of boxes that Alex has got here. And it just reminded me, the big shout out to Caroline and the team. Any yacht, any size, make sure you pick one of these up. Where can you find them, Alex? Because you distribute them.
I had them, so call me.
This one says $20 on the back of it.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. No, we have them. I mean, it's just get in contact with Caroline or Tristan.
Yeah.
And they normally, every year, we get boxes to distribute in Panama.
Yeah.
So I have them if you need them in Panama.
So honestly, it's got all of Panama, Pacific, all of the Caribbean. It's a must buy book for it's a giveaway.
Yeah, it's a giveaway.
It's a giveaway. So it's a must-have book as well. Any crew get in the way. Got some weight too.
Correct.
Anyway, my name is Liam, Yacht and Bridal. We're off to charter in Costa Rica. Our itinerary is exciting. We're off to Alaska after that, going via the Sea of Cortez and Mexico. So if anyone's got any charter inquiries, let us know. Anyone got any inquiries from the crew, let us know. They talked about recycling. Don't they recycle lots in Panama? That's one good point, actually, Alex.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
But when I arrived in Shelter Bay, the bins were lined up.
In Shelter Bay, yes, correct.
And I was so happy because the whole of the Caribbean talk about recycling.
Yeah.
And I got to Shelter Bay, I'm like, well done.
Well done, yeah. We're getting there.
Yeah, so big shout out to Shelter Bay and the team here at Panama.
Yes, correct. Yeah, beautiful place.
Yeah,
it's a nice marina.
Really nice. Really nice. And so is Flamenco though on this side.
On this, we have Flamenco on this side. Well, we have Ocean Reef, we have Vista Mar, so we have where to go.
Yeah, Vista Mar.
You have Red Frog Marina in Bocas del Toro.
Yeah, exactly. And then San Blas is going to stay San Blas.
You have to stay in San Blas. No marinas, nothing.
Yeah,
it's just
San Blas. Anchorages and a couple.
That's the beauty of San Blas.
Dugout canoes and everything.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? I'll try and answer as many as I can, but I think that's about it, Alex. If you're happy, I know we're both busy.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go get a yacht ready.
Good. You have to go to Cologne. Yes,
I'm going to go
correct.
to Cologne, so
Yes.
my taxi's ready, but I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.
I think we'll end it there. Thanks, folks.
Ciao, ciao.